Hello, and thanks for joining us. I'm Mary Calvi, and today for Deborah. First Lady Jill Biden remains in isolation in South Carolina today after testing positive for COVID. Unable to return home to Washington until she gets 2 negative test results. It's definitely not the vacation the first family had hoped for, as Mary Calvi explains.
The First Lady is in isolation today after testing positive for COVID. She began experiencing mild cold-like symptoms last night, and a PCR confirmed she has COVID. Jill's diagnosis is throwing the Biden family vacation into a state of anxiety. She and the president and several family members are staying for free at this $20 million estate on exclusive Kiowa Island in South Carolina. The 9-bedroom mansion is owned by a rich Democratic Party supporter. The Bidens were joined on vacation by their embattled son Hunter, his wife, and their toddler. But so far, the First Lady is the only one to test positive for COVID. The 71-year-old First Lady is double vaccinated and double boosted. She's taking the antiviral drug Paxlovid, just like her husband did when he was hit with COVID 3 weeks ago. In his case, he suffered a COVID rebound. Hopefully, that won't happen to his wife. Jill will stay in isolation at the mansion for 5 days, but the president returned to the nation's capital today as scheduled to sign the Climate Change and Anti-Inflation Act, accompanied by Hunter and his family, the adults wearing masks out of an abundance of caution.
The people who were around her before her positive test was detected certainly are at some increased risk of developing symptoms, and I'm sure that they will be monitored very carefully.
Meantime, all eyes are on Wyoming as Liz Cheney is expected to be voted out of Congress. As a Republican, she has lost support for taking on Donald Trump with the January 6th committee, but those sticking by her say don't count her out yet.
Donald Trump's arch foe Liz Cheney is fighting for her political life today, and the whole touching
against her in this deeply red state.
This is no ordinary primary race.
Her opponent, Trump supporter Harriet Hageman, has a double-digit lead in the polls.
The people of Wyoming are going to tell her, Liz, you're fired. Get out of here. Get out of here.
The Republican Congresswoman has infuriated many GOP voters with her leading role on the January 6th committee.
I say this to my Republican colleagues who are defending the indefensible. There will come a day when Donald Trump is gone, but your dishonor will remain.
Her father, Vice President Dick Cheney, was with her as they went to vote. Defeat might not be the end of her political career. She has not ruled out a run for president in 2024.
No matter what the outcome is certainly the beginning of a battle that is going to continue, is going to go on.
Anger among Trump supporters over the raid on Mar-a-Lago is still simmering, and Trump was quoted as saying, "The temperature has to be brought down in the country. If it isn't, terrible things are going to happen."
What did the president mean by terrible things are going to happen? I think he just is looking at what's happening in the country and realizing the angst. President Trump loves this country and he's never supported violence.
And the DailyMail.com spotted Melania at Trump Tower for the first time since her closet was reportedly searched by the FBI. Her face was entirely covered by a black mask and sunglasses.
The Department of Justice has returned 3 passports belonging to Donald Trump that agents took during the search of Mar-a-Lago. 2 of them were expired, and one was the former president's active diplomatic passport.